The Galactic Council chamber buzzed with unease as the assembly convened. Holographic stars flickered across the domed ceiling, displaying the coordinates of a forgotten blue planet. "The matter is clear," spoke Counselor Vaynar, a crystalline entity whose voice resonated like breaking ice. "This sector is quarantined for a reason. No fleets may enter. No colonies may be built. The decree stands. Do not provoke the humans." A ripple of murmurs swept through the council. The word humans always carried a strange weight, half myth, half memory. There were no recent sightings, no confirmed survivors, only stories from a war so ancient its scars had faded from the stars. Yet, in the far corner of the chamber, the representatives of the Drexery Dominion whispered among themselves. Their warlord, Xyler Kach, a towering reptilian with scales like black steel, leaned forward. "With respect, Counselor," he growled. "You speak of ghosts. The humans are extinct. Their worlds lie in ruins. The Council hoards a fertile planet while our people starve." "You do not understand," Vaynar warned. "Extinct or not, they left behind a legacy of war. Entire empires vanished when they were provoked. But the Drexery were not listening. They never truly had. Within a cycle, the Drexery fleet breached the quarantine. Thousands of warships descended upon Earth's orbit, scanning its lands with cold, predatory eyes. Cities lay silent, choked with vines. Oceans swelled against abandoned ports. No planetary defense systems activated. No challenge came. "See," Xyler sneered aboard his flagship. "Empty, a gift from the stars." Colonies sprouted across the ruins. Factories were rebuilt. Drexery banners unfurled from the husks of ancient skyscrapers. But as they dug deeper, mining old tunnels, unlocking ancient vaults, they began to notice things. Sensors flickering at night, patrols vanishing without a trace, equipment failing in patterns too precise to be random. Admiral Kor, Xyler's second-in-command, approached him with unease. "We have encountered resistance, but not openly. Traps, sabotage, almost like..." "Like what?" Xyler snapped. Kor hesitated. "Like someone is testing us." The first real strike came at dawn on the 7th cycle. A Drexery supply hub detonated in a chain of calculated explosions, wiping out 3 months of stored fuel and rations. Hours later, a fleet carrier in low orbit lost navigation and crashed into the sea, its systems infected by a virus written in ancient Terran code. Panic spread. Drones picked up movement among the ruins. Bipeds in scavenged armor, striking and vanishing like smoke. They fought with old weapons, rifles, explosives, EMP charges, but with precision that suggested something far worse than scavengers. Xyler ordered a full sweep. Cities were burned, tunnels collapsed, forests razed. For every shadow they caught, 2 more emerged. And for every strike the Drexery made, their own supply lines bled. "They don't fight to win," Admiral Kor muttered as casualty reports mounted. "They fight to exhaust us." The Council watched in silence as the reports reached them. Some members pushed for intervention, but Vaynar only shook his crystalline head. "We warned them," he said. "This is the nature of humans. They do not start wars they cannot finish." On the ground, the humans adapted. They studied the Drexery weapons, turned their drones against them, hacked their communications. They struck at night with terrifying coordination, their numbers still unknown. The Drexery began whispering new words: phantoms, deathworlders, the sleepers, and then one message cut through every Drexery channel, broadcast in their own tongue: "Leave our home, or become a story like the rest." Xyler stared at the message for hours. His war council urged him to stay. "Victory is within reach," they cried. But victory had become a bleeding wound. His fleet was starving. His soldiers feared the dark. His empire demanded conquest, but Earth had become a pit that swallowed armies. The final blow came not from battle, but from silence. One by one, the orbital dreadnoughts lost power. Old satellites, long dead, had been reactivated to emit electromagnetic pulses, frying navigation and communication arrays. Escape became chaos. Human ships, once thought non-existent, emerged from the dark edges of the system, not sleek and new, but hardened and invisible, armed with weapons that had waited in silence for centuries. Xyler gave the order to retreat. Few ships escaped. Fewer still carried their pride. Back in the council chamber, Vaynar addressed the assembly with a cold gleam. "Let this serve as a reminder," he said. "Humans are not to be found. They are to be avoided." In the shadows of Earth, survivors watched the stars clear of invaders. They were not many. They were not mighty. But they were human, and that, history had proven, was enough.